Hello everyone and welcome back to Civilization 5 with the Mayas. So we were going to decide in this episode what win condition we were actually going to go for, and I think we have decided on going for a victory that's going to be a combination between science and domination. I am pretty sure I will have to fight both Mongolia and Denmark at some point in this game, so I am just going to prepare for a war. Probably going to start with the Mongols, because they seem to be the weakest in tech. And we will end up, well, pushing maybe for Denmark later in the game. In the meantime, I want to keep my science output relatively high. Also, China is settling in the northern part of Africa, so it's not really viable for me to settle along the coast here as well. So I most likely will stick with the 4 cities I have. I might found a 5th one over here because I still think this is a very good location. So that's basically what we are going to go for. Now, our science output is actually relatively high. Let's have a look at Info Addict here and then go to science. Where's science? Scroll past it, there we go. So 73 output return is definitely not bad. Polynesia is the highest. So we are doing fairly well, and it's actually a bit of a problem at the moment because I'm popping up tax so quickly I can't build all the buildings. But we'll have to deal with that eventually. In the meantime, I want to keep my economy going, I want to keep my happiness going as well, and that's my main focus here at the moment. Keep that happiness up and start building those universities ASAP, keep growing a little bit. I am gonna need another worker as well, gonna need to build up a little bit of a military. That's basically what we are gonna have to go for here. And I'm going to bring my archer towards Tikal just to feel a little bit safer if Mongolia gets any funny ideas. They are at war with the Songhai at the moment, and not sure if they will actually win that. I don't think they will. Not much we can see going on over here. But the Mongols are pretty weak technology wise, so eventually they are going to just flat out lose out in the war. So that's not bad for me. Okay, so let's check if that encampment is gone. I'm pretty sure it is. Yes, it is. So proof that tile. Move the archer towards the cow. You can build a farm over there. So you want to keep growing those cities a little bit faster if possible. Still not going to give any embassies to either of the AIs that are aggressive. I will probably trade one with Denmark, because they already spotted my capital, they went to war with me, they know where I am, so there's not much point in not doing it anymore. And looks like 1 to 4 population. Let's have a look on what they are using tile-wise. I need to get that deer tile, that would be nice if I could get access to that. And we have just short of buying a workboat. 320, I could buy one and actually grab crab here. Would not be a terrible idea. Let's do that. That means I won't have the money to buy a university, but I might save up and buy it a little bit later anyway. So I don't like Mongolian catapults over here, and they just founded another city next to me. So that's definitely going to mean I have to prepare to go to war with them pretty soon. Also, are they going to grab any resources that I really want? I want the iron, but I will probably be able to grab that before they can. And Hesse is not a bad city location too. This would have been a better city location for them. This might be too close to tier 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's probably too close to tier. So that's not a valid city location. And they're still at war with the Mongols, Belgorod. Not surprised about that. Have Bluetooth completed Buru. Okay. Not something super shocking. So we are fine happiness wise now, so we need to keep growing in the cities. I need to keep them on food. I want to get all these cities up to a reasonable population. That is definitely something we're going to need. So let's have a look at what we are doing. I want to keep 1 tile for production because these are all pure food tiles. So this is pretty much the best setup I can have. I will maybe swap 1 tile from food to university specialist later on, just to speed up the great scientist. Let's have a look how we are doing here. Well, we'll definitely want to be using this tile as soon as it has an actual farm on it. That's not a terrible idea. Mataz's Uxma using it, that's the best things for growth. Not much we can adjust here, and Shinton Itza is... yeah, that's probably the best setup here as well. Should improve these horses to give it a little bit of a production boost. So, what do we want to do? Do we want to save up to buy university with 890 gold? Or do we actually want to buy a worker? So, Denmark went toward Genghis Khan. I did see that coming. That's pretty good for me. That means I will probably have to deal with just Denmark at my borders. I will assume Denmark is going to take Antananarivo pretty quickly, and Hessia as well. So this city will fall. It's pretty bad defended. Not really surprised here. Let's see how many turns for worker. 8 turns. How many turns for university? 18. So I could build a worker and a market and then buy the university. Yep, let's do that. So keep the garden going. And we're just going to buy the university. So what are we going for research wise now? Well, we are just going to go try to get fertilizer ASAP now. That's the best way for us to go. Don't really see any other options there. And everyone hates Genghis Khan, which is not very surprising because he did take 3 city-states. 2 city-states. Sophia's gonna fall to the Songhai most likely. Okay. So maybe I can snag Hessia. Let's just be really cheesy and park a military unit out there. And I might be able to just take this city. Friendly trade route got plundered. That's not terrible for me. So finish the garden in the capital, then we start on another worker. Okay, I should have accepted that. And there we go, everyone's gonna destroy the Mongols now. So that's good. It also means the Songhai will have a fairly large amount to expand in once they start rounding up these cities. Not sure how far they're gonna come. They will take Sofia, I assume. Maybe also Turfing, because this is pretty bad defended as well. We got an extra trade route available, so I should also get another caravan out to keep my output going. And Tikal should actually queue up a university after that garden. It's only 5 pop, but it's gonna grow the city at least for a little bit more. Antananarivo got liberated. And that's an interesting choice. He didn't take this city, while it has plenty of luxury resources. And he just went for liberation. So let's see if he marches to Hessia and takes that city. If he does, I will definitely declare war on the Mongols and actually try to steal that city. And Sofia got taken. Okay, so not liberated, it got taken. That's not very surprising, because the Songhai now only have 4 cities. And we finished that garden off, so let's get that worker that we wanted and then probably queue up a market here. So an amphitheater isn't a bad idea either. I'm still making plenty of money per turn. Let's just do the worker and then decide after that. Not giving you an embassy anyway. Not even if you're losing the war. So this worker that I'm going to build now is probably going to have to improve Shinton Itza a little bit. And potentially after that actually try to build some roads between the cities. That's not a terrible idea either. So Tikal has grown. What tile did he start using? We'll definitely want to lock that one. I think Tikal will not grow over 10 population soon. That's not really going to happen. Also, in my research, I'm considering just going for astronomy, just to get access to the observatories, but I still need to build universities as well, so I'm just going to keep going towards fertilizer a little bit more, and once we finish the libraries and the universities, I will actually swap it out. I'm going to cut down that forest, and you will improve those horses. It will give me actually a resource to sell. Yeah, definitely need to start improving Shitsunitsa. That would be nice. I'm still not sure if this camp is still here. I don't think it is, but it might still be. You never know. And we have someone entering the Renaissance era. So still not going to give you an embassy. Kamakotsumu has Kamehameha is attack leader then, I assume. Yes, he's attack leader, only 6% ahead at this stage of the game. That's definitely not terrible for me. We could adjust the policy, but how far are we from Renaissance era? That's 3 tax, so we are actually just going to wait. So we can go into rationalism straight away. Now we do have Polynesia as one of our capitals that we can see, so let's put our spy in Honolulu and work with that. Accept embassies. No, you still haven't scouted my capital yet, so let's not. I could maybe do something with Biblios here. It's only a maritime city-state, but yeah, someone has a large fate growth. That's not gonna happen, but they do want Confucianism. I could potentially do that. Could potentially do that, but I think I want my Great Prophet first. I think we'll go for the Great Prophet first. So I don't want the Mongols to lose too badly either, because I am still going to need some trade routes with them. Okay, nice, we got access to this tile. It's going to be pretty good, and you can build a pasture over there. 3 tons for the worker to be done. So that's not terrible. I need to consider about what I want to do with these tiles near Palenque. Do I want to keep them in forest tiles just to slow down and use them as a little bit of a defensive line, or do I actually want to start chopping a few of them? That's a good question to ask myself. Well, let's keep the line. Let's cut the ones in the back. Let's cut the ones in the back and actually keep that going a little bit. So Denmark and Sweden are also friends. I also have yeah, I was going to say I'm also friends with them. And we got another free person. So we already had a great scientist, we had a great engineer. I will take the Great Prophet now. And actually enhance my religion. That's never a bad idea. So let's see what we can still pick. We could do the go ship to production if city has a specialist, so that means markets will give me 2 production, 3 gold and 3 great merchant points, or my universities will give me 2 production. It's not terrible compared to what we got here. The growth rate in the cities is not bad either, swords into plowshares. However, I do tend to go to war at some time. And 2 culture from temples and cities with 5 followers is not terrible either. But I think I'll take Guru ship. Then the enhancer belief. Let's do the further spread. 30% further is always nice. Should increase the range a little bit. So what did we get here? Someone gave me, okay, China sent a missionary here. That's a little bit bad. Means I'll have to probably pull out a missionary with my own fate next. I assume they are plotting against me. I'm not fairly surprised. Is he still at war with Denmark, or did they sign a peace treaty? Yeah, he did sign a peace treaty. Okay, so I'll just withdraw this unit. Let's chop this forest. And this worker is done, so we can move him downwards. I'm hoping this encampment is gone. If not, I might have to move 1 or 2 units in that direction. We still cannot buy a university yet. So let's start on getting that workshop going then. Workshops are going to be pretty important as well. And might also want to start building up yet another cavern. So do I want to work together with Askia? Let's have a look in our global relationships. They would war with the Mongols. They have open borders with Sweden and Denmark. Declaration of friendship with Denmark. Okay. Let's take this. That would not piss off Denmark, so that's okay. That's my goal at this stage. I want to keep building my empire a little bit. Try to catch up. Yeah, fuck you, Mongols. And I know you would like that. So I want to keep growing these cities up a little bit. Like get them all to 10 pop, and then we'll start building some military units. When we have the tax for them as well. So like, when we get chemistry, get access to cannons, we'll start building a few cannons. Start probably preparing a war on getting 1 or 2 cities out of the Mongols, either destroyed or at least captured. And the same will go for Denmark. It kind of depends how they will be doing tech-wise. I think you're also friends with them, right? So, declaration of friendship. Yeah, okay, that seems to be perfect. Let's work together, shall we? That is fine for me. That is absolutely fine. So, I need 890 gold. So, I remember for university. Okay, 890 gold for university. That will give me plus 33% science, but 2 scientist slots are the main thing here. It's going to be really important. And it should really grow fast when we have a few tiles improved there as well. That is going to be pretty nice. Definitely going to be pretty nice. And Tikal's almost finished with their university. I might swap in one there. So China declared war on Mongolia. That's kind of surprising because they are pretty far away. And why is Belgrado not liking me? They're angry at me. Why? Why is Belgrado angry? I went towards... No, I have absolutely no clue why they would be angry with me. So before we do that trade route, let's actually have a look at what trade routes are available. That's probably Uxmal to Viborg should be the best one. Yes, I think so. Is that a sea trade route? Probably. Yeah, that's a sea trade route, so that should be the next one. Then we have Tikal to Viborg or Planke. So Tikal will just keep this one going. And have to build a conquer ship in Uxmal at some point. Okay, so that barbarian encampment is still there, so let's not move closer and just start improving these towns first. And I will bring my archer into this direction and hopefully be able to deal with that encampment, though they do have swordsmen in there already that can be pretty nasty to deal with. So I have to be a little bit careful. My cities are pretty well defended. Okay, so this location is gone now as well, which is annoying. That was one of the city locations I was actually looking at. So that's a little bit of a shame. Oh, I should have bought the university this turn. That's 1 turn of science wasted a little bit. That's one of the minor things that cost me in the last game. How many dice do I have? Okay, well, let's keep this trade deal going. I like the gold per turn. I have plenty of happiness. So that's fine. I'll just sell you the dice. How is my spy doing? 19 turns until he can steal something useful. And that one just got done as well. Let's connect you to Viborg again. So that's perfect. Pretty good. Start improving this tile. And let's see what tiles Palenque is actually using here. Oh, and I forgot about the university again. Jesus, I'm sloppy. Let's do that now at the start of the turn then, and swap it out a little bit so I can actually get some scientists going. So you can start improving that tile. Let's buy that university. And get myself 2 great scientists. It's gonna slow down the growth of the city a little bit. I might want to swap out the actual hammers here. And keep the growth going. I think I'll prefer this, yeah, I think I do. Yep. Let's keep it like that. Then I should have a great scientist in 60 turns. That's not terrible either. Did we finish a garden yet? We did finish a garden in the city. The workshop will be done in 3 turns as well, so that's not bad either. Let's keep working a little bit on the swordsman while my archer is making his way towards there. So physics is done in 2 turns, and I think I will stop not give him an embassy yet. Wait a few more turns until I'm actually sure he's attacking someone else instead of me, and then I'll consider it. Okay, so this tile has been improved now as well. Also, I has been built here, which means I can probably improve these tiles without having any threat of barbarians. So that's okay. And what are we going to build next here? I could buy a mosque. That's not a terrible thing because we do have Taoism from China. I think I actually spend my fate on actually buying a missionary. So let's start working on a workshop here. And maybe swap to get a lighthouse after that to make these tiles have a little bit more food. So shall we buy a missionary here? Yeah, I think I want to. Let's do missionary. So you want to keep buying my wine? Do I still have 2 wine available? Yes, I do. Let's keep the deal going then. Still have plenty of happiness and not too worried about that. Do want to have a look at my social policies though. I should be... I'm 3 tax away from Renaissance era. So it's not perfect, but not terrible either. Okay, Askia made peace with Genghis Khan. Oh, Genghis Khan actually retook Sofia. That's pretty surprising. Let's have a look at the military scoreboard and let's see how he's doing. Because if he's retaking cities, then that can be a little bit threatening. 85,000, I'm only on 21, so I might want to pop out a few more units. Just to feel a little bit safer, also towards Denmark. Denmark and Sweden have quite a bit of forces there. So, especially with the border tension I'm going to get with Denmark now, that's going to be, let's just say interesting. And we also have a peace declaration between the Mongols and China. Okay. And actually settled here as well. You build that camp. And how Bluetooth built in Notre Dame. Well, it's not one of the super strong wonders. Pure happiness wonders is not something I really value that much. So what to build next? National epic? Probably national epic here. I really don't want to be too late on building that. We have got a gold and we've got a university, so okay, you want to go to war with the Mongols again. Let's keep that up then. You've been building quite a bit of forces, so he should be able to crush the Mongols without too much of a problem. The AI seems to be pretty good at that though. So let's convert this to Confucianism, that's okay. And what are we going to build here? I think a lighthouse would probably be the best option. And then a university. Probably followed by a workshop. Let's queue this tree up. I might change my mind later on though, but at this stage I think this is the best option. This will be 2 good food tiles. This will be 2 good food tiles. We get access to the whales as well. Would be fairly decent food tiles. Let's move my missionary towards me. So what did we finish here? We finished our granary, so it could go for university. What's the population? 6. I will not be using a specialist slot yet. Let's get a workshop and then a university. I think I'll prefer that. Now let's have a look at this city. I might want to... Okay, we already have 1 specialist. I was going to say I want to swap out this time for a specialist because of the goership. It would give me the same amount of production regardless. So let's do it like that. And I want to keep food going. I think food is more important in this case than anything else. So Borders of Tikal has grown. We've got some access to some more dice. That's never a bad thing. Got plenty of trade routes going as well. And this trade route's actually with me. No, okay, that's pretty good. So we're getting a fair amount of science from that. And World Congress, so Austria's in this game, Attila's in this game, and Portugal's in this game. So we have some really aggressive AIs in this game, which is pretty interesting. So what are we going to want to do? We probably want to do science funding. China, Austria, Portugal, and Sweden do not like that one though. Could do scholars and residents. Let's do scholars and residents. Polynesia will not like that, but I might be able to get it to pass. Still quite a far bit away in turns, but not impossible, I think. Not impossible to get it done. So we got Confucianism and it as well. And still not gonna give you an embassy. I could probably do it with Austria actually. Yeah, I know, you like your science victory. So let's have a look at how everyone is doing. Score-wise, I'm ahead of these guys. It's kind of surprising though. I'm definitely not doing terrible in this game, but the really expansionistic ones that are going Liberty 7 cities, 6 cities could be running away with the game. So that might be an issue later on. Still need to think about what I want to do. I could go for like an approach where I want to conquer 1 or 2 cities and keep them. But then again, they need to be pretty decent city locations. Also, Rai is actually not a terrible city location. Though it will only be nice if it actually gets to Coca. Otherwise, it's a bit of a waste. Let's put this. Why do we want to put him on production purely? Not really. Just grab him. It's 2 turns difference. I think that's worth it. It's still growing, right? It's a growth, otherwise 14 turns. Yeah, let's keep it growing. Let's prioritize the growing. Okay. Do I want to change anything in the building queues? No, I don't think so at this stage. If these cities go fast enough, I might actually buy a university in one of them. Could see myself doing that. And we'll start working a little bit on this encampment and work that down so we can safely start constructing improvements here with this worker. Should be gone pretty soon. Let's hope it doesn't spawn another barbarian like it has been in my last couple of games. Every time I cleared the encampment, something new spawned. God damn it. Yep, something new spawned. What a surprise. Okay, let's start you on building roads then instead. Might as well. So you want to keep buying cotton of me. It's actually a new thing I got available, I reckon. Yeah, I want 7 gold per turn. Let's do the gold per turn. Or maybe the flat gold would have been pretty decent as well. So definitely looks like the berserkers and everything is going to move straight on here to Hesia. I am going to just move my spearmen here and maybe steal the city. Is not something that's completely impossible. Let's clear that. And improve that tile as well. So with Otsurai there now, I probably want to buy this tile. Otherwise Otsurai is going to steal it. And I don't want that. And screw the Mongols, to be honest. Let's accept that embassy now, they know where I am anyway. So I don't really care that much. So do I want to get yet another worker here? It's actually a pretty good question. Actually I don't think so. These workers are definitely going to be busy for a while. But not super bad. I'm not giving them open borders though, that's just not going to happen. It might strain them a little bit in the war with the Mongols, but I just don't want to give them open borders. Okay, you start building a road as well. How's my relationship with that city-state? You need to open borders to attack also. Okay, let's do it. Prague. Where the fuck is Prague? I'm surprised actually that Denmark did not attack any city-states. They tend to be pretty aggressive sometimes towards city-states, so it would definitely be an option for them. Nope, you're not getting an embassy. No chance. You want a research agreement. Let's check what their science output is, because it scales off the amount of science that they put out. So yeah, they're just above me, so that's going to be relatively equal if we do an agreement with them, so let's accept that. Also, I need to be aware that I do really need to get out of 1 or 2 more cities to keep my science output going. I think I will fall too far behind if I don't do that. He's bringing a settler towards there. That's something I do not like. One bit. Because this is a valid city location? No, it's not. Don't think it is. This might be. Nope, isn't. He shouldn't be able to settle a city there. Would be the weirdest choice of a city location ever. Yeah, here in Italy it might be a valid city location. I don't want to spend the gold on buying that tile too at the moment. I don't have the gold either. So let's build that lighthouse here now. So we actually have a little bit more food from these tiles. And we go to war with Genghis Khan. Yeah, that's really annoying. So I need Denmark to declare war on them. That would have been swell if they would do that. Let's see what we can steal. Best thing we can steal is compass, so let's get compass. Gunpowder in 5 turns. That will be Renaissance era, so I could get rationalism, and we can get a great general now, which is not a bad timing at all. We'll take a few turns to move him. 440 right for an archer. Yeah. So I don't really have any military units to defend myself now. But I just need Denmark to attack them. How many turns for my spy to steal something else? 20 turns again, that's not bad at all. It will probably be guilds, but still. Let's keep that great general in my capital. I'm afraid I might lose to coal with the amount of ships that the Mongols will have. And I can see 2 catapults. And without any military units to defend myself, might be a problem. Can I get you to go to war with Genghis Khan? Oh, you are very willing to. Let's pay you a little bit. There we go. That will help me defend myself a little bit better. Can I get Askia to go to war with them as well? No, it doesn't want to. Maybe China will though. China is rather annoyed at them as well, so maybe Wuzatang will. And actually help me. They will not have a peace treaty. Fuck. Let's go into the glass for a few more turns. Okay. Well, I might lose to Cal here, which would be end of the game for me. Let's take that embassy with Austria. So they have the Hunts being Central Southern America. We have Austria having the Alaska spawn location, which is a pretty terrible spawn location, let's be honest. And I will need to move these things a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna keep the Great General just inside Palenque until I actually have my archer close to him. Unit wise, what do I want to do here? This war is like slightly too early. Start building an archer. That's quicker than actually moving one down here. Sure, I'll sell you open borders. I don't mind. And one of my trade routes got plundered. Okay, so you got the Chile or Argentina spawn location with Lisbon. That's a pretty terrible spawn location, to be honest. One of the worst in the map. I will lose this worker, guaranteed. So this war is just a little bit too early, which is annoying. Because this is going to set me back. Yeah, sure, let's work together. So I might have been getting a few too many negative modifiers with Genghis Khan here. So he is bringing out quite a bit of forces towards me, but at least he's being kept busy. He's being kept busy pretty good actually by Denmark, so that's good for me. 5 turns until I have that archer available. I will be able to kill 1 or 2 more units from him going by sea. And then I might be able to get a peace treaty out of him, depending on how much damage he will actually do to my city. If he's close to taking it, he will definitely go for it and try to take the city. So let's hope he doesn't get close to that, shall we? I could kill this composite bowman off, I probably will. Let's see if he's willing to... Where are you, Genghis? There you are. You're not willing to negotiate yet. It's probably going to take 1 or 2 more turns. Let's see if I can renew my declaration of friendship with him. Let's go declaration of friendship. There we go, that's renewed. That's good for me. And I think we are about 35 minutes in this part, guys. So let's cut this part here and see if we can get this war towards Mongolia actually work in our advantage and maybe take 1 or 2 cities. Not too sure about it, but we'll see next time. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.